What's going on, guys? Rebalance here. Welcome back to another video. Of course, it is a Monday, which does mean Rainbow Six Siege Day, and today's video is of course about the recent nerf buff that some weapons got, and the overall patch that was patch 4.1, which came out recently. Before I get into that, I'll just quickly say, in terms of the whole name change thing, I still have a couple of ideas. Really not sure which one to go with. I'll probably release a video if I do actually go and change it before I do, but I really don't know what it's going to be. I have so many ideas, but I'm not sure how well they'd work out. So the latest patch brought a lot of changes to the game, a few of them minor, some bug fixes and that, and some major changes to the semi-automatic shotguns. If you remember the release of the character Frost, the first DLC, there were tons of complaints of how powerful her Super 90 shotgun was. It had unbelievable range for a shotgun and could do so much damage, and really it was basically impossible to beat it one-on-one. Now, we all thought we wouldn't see this kind of thing again, even though the next two DLCs brought along shotguns that were about as powerful, the Spaz 12 being even more powerful. Not to mention the fact that the M1014, available for Pulse, Castle and Thermite, actually got a buff at some point to make it about as good as those other two. So all of the semi-automatic shotguns, except for the Sega 12K, were actually super powerful and were definitely one you had to go with. If you didn't choose them, you were at a disadvantage every single time. And like I said, they were unbelievably powerful. If you look at the Spaz 12 before the buff, it did 50 damage at 3 meters. Now there's 8 pellets in every shotgun shot, meaning that only 2 pellets have to hit to do 100 damage, and there's 8. That just makes it super powerful, and it still does pretty decent damage as well at 6 meters. So the point then is you can get one shot off and easily get somebody quicker than they can get a couple of shots off. So again, you'll basically win every single gunfight in close. So finally, they've actually nerfed 3 of them. They've left the Spaz 15 alone, and the Sega 12K actually got a buff. For the Sega 12K, it used to be 20 damage at 9 meters, meaning 5 pellets to kill. Now it's 28 damage at 9 meters, meaning 4 pellets to kill. That's not huge. I mean, like, you're never going to win every single gunfight now, but that does allow you to be even less accurate, seeing as they haven't touched the accuracy stats for the Sega 12K. So that thing is now actually a reasonable option, and might actually give you some reason to go and play as Capcan and Tachanka. And the Spaz 15, like I said, didn't get touched, but I didn't realise how much of a powerful range it had. It does 20 damage at 14 meters, which means of course 5 pellets to kill. That is great for a shotgun at 14 meters. That's nothing like a sniper or a SMG at all, but it's still incredibly good for a shotgun. I mean, seriously, 40 meters and 20 damage for 5 pellets, that is huge for a shotgun. Like I said, the M1014 and the Super 90 also got buffed. You can see the full stats on the video now, and I'll leave a link to the full page down in the description. Now, along with all of this, Pulse actually got a rebalance as well. His scanner range is now only 9 meters, rather than what it was before, which was 13 meters. So beforehand you could see some at a pretty big distance and actually know exactly where they are, while now it's much shorter, and it's actually, I think, really good right now. You have to actually get quite close to the point where they can hear you in order to actually see them. It now also takes longer to switch from his heartbeat scanner to a shotgun or a C4. Meaning he can't just hide behind a wall, see where you're going, and instantly get you. He has to actually think about which way you're going to go, and then try and get you. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is still pretty damn good. A great Pulse player will basically beat out anyone in the game if they can play it right. So, with any regard, he should still be an operator you choose every time, as long as he's in the right hands. Although personally, I do think he should still be nerfed further. I'd like to see it go back to a scan where every time it scans the area around him, that's when people will bleep up on the map, on the scanner, rather than being a constant update. Then maybe you can increase the range to 13, because then you have to guess which way they're going to go rather than knowing an exact path they're taking. I don't know why they did that in the first place. I thought it was perfectly fine as it was, with the fact that it would bleep every now and then rather than being a direct 100% accurate tracker. Regardless, we still have one more DLC to go in this season, so we might have a season 2. So we'll wait and see if they buff or nerf him anymore. Buff? Really, absolutely not. Of course, the nerf, I do still think they should do some more. But aside from that, some of the more changes, the shield operatives now move faster. Beforehand, they were moving slower than intended. They're moving faster now. That's good to see. I kind of always thought they were a bit too slow. The angled foregrip wasn't actually doing its job when it was added to the game. There was a glitch or something where it wasn't doing what it was intended to do. It is now doing its job that it's meant to be doing. So maybe then this is finding an option to use on guns rather than just going with the one grip. The exothermic charge for thermite is now working indefinitely. There was a bug where you'd place it on a wall, you try and blow it up, and it wouldn't do anything. It would just leave the wall there, but take away some of the environment. So it's good to see they fixed that. I didn't run into it at all, but I know a lot of people did, and it was really annoying for them when it did actually happen. And I found a couple of things, obviously UI fixes and changes, and also glitches that have been solved, people looking through maps and characters not working properly and things like that. They're all fixed now. So this patch, update 4.1, seems to have actually done pretty well so far. The shotguns are still pretty powerful, but I definitely think it's about the right range where they're not as powerful as before. I don't think they should be touched anymore. Again, Pulse I still think should be nerfed a little bit more. And aside from that, I don't really feel anything else. Maybe I think Buck could do a little bit of an upgrade. Maybe his shotgun could have a tighter spread on it, because a lot of the time I find I shoot somebody really close and all the pellets go everywhere. That's possibly the intention of it, but I'd like to see it change a little bit, maybe a little more range to it as well. Aside from that, that's really all I think should change at the moment. Hopefully you did enjoy the video though. Don't like, share and subscribe. Blue Monsoon, out.